Hello. So today I'm going to talk about my gallbladder attack. So on Sunday the 24th, I woke up at like 6 a.m. in extreme pain, severe pain. It's a pain that now looking back I had felt before, but not that bad, not to that extent. It sent me to the ER. So I woke up in severe pain, and within a half hour I threw up. It was time to go to the hospital. So once I got there, they decided it was going to be one of two things. Either I had an ulcer or I was having gallbladder issues. And they did blood panels and an ultrasound. And on my blood panels, they found that I was having some issues with my liver. There were some issues with it, and on the ultrasound they saw that my gallbladder wall was too thick, and I had one small gallstone. The doctor told me that I was going to need to have my gallbladder removed and get on a strict gallbladder diet in the meantime. I went to my local hospital, which is Pullman Regional Hospital, and they've been pretty good with me in the past, but in this instance, I think they kind of failed me. And here's why. So I was given instructions. So eat a diet low in fat, or look up a gallbladder diet on Google. And I cannot believe the doctor put this on here. Look up a gallbladder diet on Google. Instead of telling me what I should and shouldn't eat, he just told me to look it up on the internet, which doctors tell you to never do. Take Donatol if needed for pain. And Donatol was the prescription they ended up prescribing me, but downside to it is I live in a relatively small community. There was not a single pharmacy that was carrying Donatol on Sunday, let alone not a single one that was going to have it, the day I needed it. They would have to order it in, and it's kind of unacceptable. So I ended up going back for a different prescription, and the prescription they ended up giving me was Librax, which the actual, the generic version of it, because the actual version isn't available in the U.S. anymore. But Librax is not normally something you'd prescribe for this, and now I understand why, because it made the pain and all my other symptoms 10 times worse. I was in hell that night. So they go on to say, make an appointment with a general surgeon this week. They list the one on call, and give me his number and address and all that stuff. And tell me to come back to the ER again for fever, more vomiting, worsening pain, bleeding, or unexpected problems. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was curled up in a ball, like uncomfortable and in pain that night, and I'd already been back to the hospital to get the new prescription. I had no clue what to do, and I'm like, well, I'm not going back. I don't want to move. I don't feel like moving. It hurts too much to move. I'm not going back. So I ended up not eating anything that day for one reason or another. It just didn't happen. So I woke up the next day, and I was a little bit better. And I got on a strict gallbladder diet, which means because I was under a gallbladder attack and not just gallbladder diet, like a general diet for the gallbladder. I'm on absolutely no fat, no meat, no dairy, no eggs, no tap water. Now people might find that funny, but actually it's true. You shouldn't drink tap water. Anywhere. I don't think anywhere has a sophisticated enough water filtration system that you could just drink tap water. For one reason or another, it's bad for you, and it's particularly bad for your gallbladder digestion, or something when you're having gallbladder issues. So filter your water, people. So it's now been 5 days, and I completely overhauled my diet. I'm doing good so far. I'm having frustrations with the general surgeon. his schedule is kind of funky or something, and it's hard. It's been hard for me to try to get an appointment and to see him. So at this point, I have no appointment for my surgery, which I still need. um, so I've been on the diet, and for me, there's been a particular adjustment. Um, I've been eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. Occasionally, I'll have a noodle or rice dish, but those tend to be really like heavy and just aren't settling well with me right now. So like rice is a little bit better than noodles, but I've never been good with rice or noodles. I'm not a carbohydrates person where, potatoes, noodles, rice, breads, those kind of things. I just normally don't eat them. And while they are, most of them are non-fat, I keep that to a minimum. So I've been eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and I did a lot of research because I noticed, a whole bag of those pre-packed salads that you can get. That's, just like, it's a pre-cut salad, mix with, carrots, iceberg lettuce, radishes, or whatever else is in it, right? Well, a whole bag only has 60 calories, and you have to have a certain amount in a day to keep nutritionally healthy. And for me, it's been hard to try to balance that. Okay, so no fat, and then portion sizes, so I'm getting enough nutrition to just go in the day, or just keep going in the day. Have energy and all that stuff. So, what I've been doing is I've been eating large salads 6 times a day, which may seem ridiculous, but just in salads, I'm not getting over 1,000 calories. The other thing I do is I drink juice, fresh, organic, actual squeezed juice, not from concentrate or something like that. And actually, you'll find that those little bottles of concentrate you can buy, that are pretty cheap, they actually have fat in them, so you can't have them anyway. So fresh squeezed, all organic, as sugarless as possible without, giving up some flavor. Well, it's naturally sugared, so there's sugar in it, but and that's been supplementing some calories, so I'm getting at least 1,500 calories a day, but I find I have to eat so much, and I don't actually want to eat that much. It makes me just as uncomfortable to an extent to eat that much. I don't want to eat that much, but if I don't, I find myself sleeping all day, and not having energy to do anything, and that's equally as bad. So this is my video for now. As I continue on the journey, I'm going to continue to update you guys and continue to do videos. My hopes is that, because I'm about to start a new school quarter as well. So my hope is to get through the school quarter on the diet, and maybe possibly, if it gets bad again and I, start having attacks again, even on the diet, it's been suggested to me that I should go to the hospital in Colfax, which is about a half hour away. And, I'm debating it, and if it gets bad again, I probably will, just because they might have a general surgeon that can actually see me who's on call, instead of, call him and schedule an appointment. Well, that's not working, type of thing. So, that's my update for now. Bye.